Hello, hello, everyone. I am trying to go live on YouTube this time. Give me a few seconds. I'm posting the link I originally had is not working. I couldn't go live. That's why it took a few minutes.
Everyone.
I'm also going live on Instagram, YouTube. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna start in a few minutes, okay? Give me a few seconds. I'm posting the link I originally had. It's not working. I couldn't go live. That's why it took a few minutes.
Everyone.
I'm also going live on Instagram. YouTube. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna start in a few minutes, okay? A few seconds. I'm posting the link I originally had. It's not working. I couldn't go live. That's why it took a few minutes. Everyone. I'm also going live on Instagram. YouTube. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna start in a few minutes, okay? A few seconds, and I'm posting the link I originally had. It's not working. I'm also going on Instagram. 1, 2, 3. We're gonna start. Okay. Seconds, and I'm posting the link I originally had. Okay. Okay, Alicia, great. You are here. I'm wondering if anybody else, let me check. Okay, people are watching. I can see. Excellent. Thank you for that. I wanted to make sure that you can see me, okay? Let me post one more posting on Facebook. And we are going to start, yes. Excellent. Beautiful. Excellent, great. Alessia, welcome. Everybody else, welcome. Welcome to write in comments, say hello. If you know me, welcome to say hello. I would love to hear back from you. If you don't know me, welcome to say hello anyway. I would love to hear back from you again, okay? So we're gonna start. We're gonna start a very exciting, a very interesting session today. I explained a lot of things about I explained a lot of things. Hi, Laz. Hi, M. Medina. Yes, welcome, everyone. I explained a lot of things on Thursday. If you want to understand more, if you haven't watched the Thursday session, welcome to actually go back, you can do it after the sessions today, okay? You can watch to understand more about the nature of making desires, the nature of making wishes. Today, we're having a practical session. We're actually going to draw a neurographic drawing. I'm going to guide you on doing the neurographic drawing. And I'm going to try to even guide you through all 8 steps. Next week, I'm going to make 1 or 2 more sessions where I'm going to talk more about the elements of a miracle, elements of making a wish that will come true, connecting your wish, your realistic wish with your true desire. Those are maybe 2 different things. So we need to connect them together, understanding how they go together. I'm going to talk a little more, probably to, I do live sessions Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm going to make a schedule today. I will post it on both my Instagram and my Facebook, so you are aware. Maybe I'll even post it as as something on my YouTube. And you're welcome to watch more and understand more, okay? Also, next week, I will definitely be doing the 8 steps of the algorithm, and most probably I will be doing the 10 principles of the neurographic method. Those 2 are the base of the method. Those 2 are very important to watch in order to understand how the method works, okay? So let's start it today, okay? We're gonna start talking. I'm gonna right away change my camera. Without further ado, I'm gonna change my camera. We will start drawing. Those of you on Instagram, hello. And I'm gonna change my camera here too. Here, I'm gonna turn my phone down like this so you can see what I am drawing, right? And you can draw along with me. Those of you on YouTube, I'm gonna change my camera on Zoom. Now you see me, now you don't, okay? Let's remove the background and voila, you can see my paper. Give me a second, let me adjust the settings. Okay. Okay, let me see. The camera is good. Excellent. Everything is good, okay? As usually, before we draw, a little explanation. I gave you a more thorough explanation on Thursday, right? Where we talked about the fact that originally in the beginning, right? Whenever you have a desire, we're connected to the fact that we have fantasy is the first step to realize, to bring any idea into the realization. We always have a fantasy, then we have a dream, then we make a plan, and then we reach the realization, okay? Today, we're going to do something a bit different. It is still very much connected to the same idea, but it's a bit different because today we're going to go, that's why I call today's session Algorithm for a Miracle. We're going into a miracle idea, miracle thematics, okay? What's the difference? When we talk about the miracle, what comes to your mind right away? When you talk about the miracle, something called faith come to your mind, right? When we talk about the miracle, a lot of people right away start associating it with religion, right? Something spiritual, something mystical. It must have, any miracle is associated with some form of mysticism, right? So what I'm going to do here, right? I'm going to do what science usually likes to do. They take any mystical idea and they make it a very realistic. They make it very, very logical and explanatory. And it's like, oh no, it takes the mysticism out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do both. I'm going to keep the mysticism in, yet I'm going to break it down, disintegrate it for you, and actually bring you the logic, the explanation, the understanding behind getting any miracles, bringing any miracles in your life. Okay. Now, by the way, I didn't introduce myself, but for those of you who don't know me, my name is Lana Shalom. I'm a certified neurographic instructor and coach. My main the main idea of all my live sessions is to bring to you the method of the NeuroGraphica. It's an amazing method that brings that's gold for bringing you transformations into your life. Okay, so let's start thinking about it. Miracle, right? When we think about the word miracle, like I said, it's a lot of mysticism, but what if we start to bring miracles for you in different terms? I actually have already 2 more videos of this algorithm. So probably today I might do something different. You're welcome to watch the other videos and see if I explain things differently, but let's start understanding, okay? Take the paper, take a piece of paper on which you are going to draw. Here, I have my drawing pad, okay? Take that piece of paper, get your favorite marker. And before that, remember, if you don't remember, you should. I told you guys, prepare a nice big wish, okay? Prepare a big fat desire, a big fat idea that you want to come true, okay? And let's start writing it down on a piece of paper. I always use a notebook. Highly recommend for all of you to use a notebook. It's just the best way to keep track of all your notes, all your ideas. And as I said, we're going to actually follow the 8 steps of the algorithm. This is the way to bring any idea to fruition, okay? The first step we always do whenever we start drawing NeuroGraphica, whenever we work with a wish, whenever we work with a goal, the first step we do is actually setting the goal, actually sitting down and understanding what are we doing here? Why are we making this work? What am I working on? What do I wish for? What is the main point? What is the main goal? What is the main focus in my life now? Right? Sometimes you have an answer to that right away. Right away, you're like, oh, I know I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to, I don't know, I want to reach something in my relationship, in my health, in my finances, okay? I'm giving you basic areas where people usually look for development, okay? In my personal development, in my spiritual development, in my social development, okay? I want to reach a relationship with a significant other, with children, with parents, with siblings, with friends, anything, okay? Just start figuring out. Sometimes you right away know what you want, and sometimes you don't. One way or another, if you have an idea what you want to write about, what you're going to do is you're going to put that word right here in the center. Okay? Now, you can do it as one word: health, money, relationship. If you want a more thorough goal, you can write it. You can say, I want to have children. I want to reach financial growth. That's fine too. Both ways are fine. Whatever it is, write it right here in the center. Okay. I'm going to turn on 2 minutes now. For those 2 minutes, I want you to write words, whatever comes to your mind, whatever emotion comes to you, whatever, even if you have a body sensation, like you feel something within your body, please start writing right around this word, okay? Anywhere. Don't think about it. Don't look for a location. Just do it automatically, okay? 2 minutes I'm giving you. Write anything and everything that comes to you. Let's go. Okay, 2 minutes has finished. If you have one or two more like ideas that lingering in your mind, you can write it down. Otherwise, let's stop. And this is what we're going to do next, okay? That's again something new that we started doing in the institute, something new that the Pavel started bringing in. Look at your words, okay? Let's give your words. Let's organize. Let's do the brainstorm. Let's figure out what your goal is, not just by logic, by mind, but also give some emotions to it, okay? Again, do it automatically. You don't have to think too hard about it, but just take, in my case, I'm using highlighters. You can use pencils. You can use markers, but the markers usually get to be dark and they're going to kind of cover up your words. So I would highly suggest highlighters or pencils. Colored pencils is great, okay? And let's go. Just kind of like this. Add a color to your words, okay? What I have here, if you need to understand the tools that I use, what I'm using, why I'm using highlighters or pencils, or in generally, I made a video 2 weeks ago called Tools of the Trade. In there, I fully explain all of the materials we need in order to create any neurographic drawing, okay? What I'm using here are pastel highlighters. You can notice they're not as neon as usual one. This one is a regular one, you see? The pink is much more, much more vibrant here. Here's the color. Start paying attention what words, okay, even though you're doing it automatically, or as we call it, subconsciously, right? Start paying attention which words you're coloring with which color, okay? Notice, right? I noticed the vacation was green, and paying off my credit card was pink, okay? Something for me to think about, why do I associate this word with this color? Even though, again, you don't consciously choose it, still subconsciously you're making that choice. That's something to be aware of, okay? Here's different colors. I don't know what that sound, if I heard the sound. Okay. Okay. Else? Yellow, I love color yellow. Let's talk about that part. Okay. Make sure all the words that were on your list are given some color representation on your list, okay? Give it some color, give it some vibrancy, give it some emotional connection. And again, you can do it again, like I said, you can have like a logical sitting down and figuring out analysis. Why did you color this word with this color? But we're not going to do that now. Why? Because we're going to actually do the drawing. I finished adding color to all my words. This gave myself my brainstorming exercise, which I did, right? When I wrote down the words. Now the words have a certain connection within my subconscious, okay? Some one way or another, they're connected to the energy of the blue color, of the green color, of the this kind of aqua color, light pink, dark pink colors, right? I have here, pastel pink, dark, more vibrant pink, more vibrant orange or pastel orange, different. I have purple here, right? One way or another, again, not going to go into analysis here. This is beyond the scope of this drawing, but this is connected to the energy of the color. If you want to learn more about how we connected to the energy of the color, we connect to the, there's a course called the NeuroColor course. Everything is explained in there. This year, I'm going to do a refresher of the course. There is new addition to the course that Pavel added. So I'm going to actually bring it to you. So if you're interested in understanding how we use color to bring the energy of different colors and to use it in an appropriate way, right? To kind of direct it in a certain way, welcome to take the NeuroColor course. Okay, over here, we're gonna start drawing. This is a this is gonna be a mandala drawing. Here, this lady is asking. Let me post the link. She's looking for the YouTube link. Okay. This is going to be a mandala drawing. Now, I don't want you to start going crazy and saying, oh no, I need to get my circular out. I don't want you to do that. Do not take your circular out. How about you bring out your inner self? Okay, we're going to use a regular marker. We're going to use our hands to create circles. No worry, we're going to create circles one by one by one by one. Okay. let's start from, now it's interesting. I'm trying to remember how I did this. I definitely know I did one version where I did this small circle first, and then we added bigger circles around. And I think I did the opposite. I have two versions of this algorithm. And I think the second version was maybe the opposite. I did the bigger circle first, and then we went down in. Start thinking about it. I'm looking at my goal, and I'm going to allow my subconscious to figure out, what do we want first? If we're starting with the first circle, with a little small circle, the tiny central circle, that means we want to focus on our goal, okay? The small circle, look over here. Draw a small circle. Okay, now remember what I said. It doesn't have to be perfect, okay? Kind of remove yourself from this perfect, perfectization idea that we were instilled in from when we were children, when we were asked to stay within the line, draw a certain way. If you ever did handwriting, you were supposed to write in a certain neat way, and it's in your mind. So you always feel like the expectation from you is to do things in a perfect way. Don't do that, okay? That's not the expectation here. I want you to be human. I want you to draw with your hand. Don't worry if the circle is a bit crooked or curved. This is your circle, okay? It represents who you are right now. If it bothers you, if it's something is off, go over the circle again, and you can even like kind of fix it, make it higher or lower, make it to the left or to the right, whatever it is. Draw the circle that will make you feel comfortable. But again, don't get too closed up on the idea that it has to be a perfect circle. You can't make a perfect circle. That's only possible with a tool such as a circular, okay? And we're not using a tool. If you want to use a tool, you can go take the Neurosacred Geometry course that I have. Over there, we use circulars and rulers, and we draw like, architectural designs, not here. This is your hand, okay? This is your life. You are drawing who you are. Inside this circle, you can write your goal. You can just put a dot which represents you, because you are here. This little circle, this is our reality. This is the realistic life. This is where we are. We live in this world. The reality is here. This realistic world is represented by, we have 4 parts to who we are. This is represented by the part of us, which we call the body, okay? And we call this also reality, okay? And since we are going to bring the mysticism here, I'm going to also bring to you the Kabbalistic versions, the Kabbalistic idea, the mystical part of what we connect to in life, okay? Right here in the middle is the mystical part. The mystical part that we call here, right, in the Kabbalistic world, it's called Asiya. Asiya actually means action. And it's true, right? The world of Asiya, the world of reality, is all about taking actions, okay? If you want to achieve anything, if you want to reach your goal, that's what I was doing on Thursday, remember? I was talking about it. We need to take actions. It's not just about fantasy. It's not just about imagination. It's actually about taking steps, doing something. The question here should be, how do I reach my goal? Okay, you don't have to answer your question. By the way, you can write the questions right here. Okay. See that notebook that I have, turn it around and ask yourself, right? You can write reality. The important question, remember, this is a self-coaching workshop, right? The drawing we're doing. I am not your coach. I'm leading you on a drawing, but I can't hear your answers. By the way, you're welcome to write, what's your goal? Why don't you write here in the chat? Share it with others also, okay? But the main question you need to ask, what do I do to reach my goal? Okay. That, you don't need to answer that question. We'll get to that answer later. Okay. For now, I just want to bring your focus. And over here, you can write your goal. Okay. My goal will be finance. Okay. Kind of try to focus myself on financial growth in a harmony and balance. Okay. And let's go beyond it. What goes beyond ourselves? Okay. We are not just our body. Next, okay, remember we're going to have 4 circles. This is one kind of pinpoint. You're going to have one here, maybe one here, and the biggest one is going to be here. Okay, try to keep your circles within the realm of your paper. Okay, So the next circle right here. Okay, look, it's not a perfect circle, and I'm okay with it. This is a part of acceptance. This is one of the best way, the way NeuroGraphica works, is that it works on your inner need, when we all have an inner or outer need of being accepted. What's going on here? Let me see what she's writing. Okay, excellent. I'm glad that you see it, Jen. Welcome, welcome. Okay, we all have an inner need to be accepted. Okay, this is a message from our inner child. This is what children like. Okay, this is what we are. Okay, we have an inner need to be accepted, and that usually happens right here. Okay, we want, in the body level, we want to be accepted. In the reality, we want to be accepted by everyone, by anyone, by anything and everything in our life. Okay. The second level of what we're looking to achieve is our emotional stability. Remember, this is body, this is emotions. The world of emotions in the Kabbalistic world, it's called Yetzirah. No, I'm sorry, not Yetzirah. Give me a second. Yeah, it is Yetzirah. Okay, good. I'm like, sorry. Okay. And Yetzirah is, like I said, it's about emotional connection. This is why we did this, by the way. This is the reason why we started adding color to our brainstorming, to start connecting to our goal on a more emotional level. Okay. Who am I? What are my emotions? What is my emotional IQ? Okay. This is the way NeuroGraphic is one of the best way to bring balance, to kind of harmonize your emotional IQ, not just raise it, but actually connect it together with all parts of who you are on the other level, okay? I'm leaving some space here. We're going to add more words here, okay, guys? Then we have another level. Okay. Okay. This world is our mind. On the Kabbalistic level, this is the level of Bria. We call it Bria. Bria is about mental representation. That is both the way we logically connect to any idea or any goal or any thought, and also the way we want to kind of process, the way we want to understand. Okay, interesting. I have this question in my mind, and I figured if it's this question, that means somebody is kind of want to ask this question. Visual. If when we look at something, it's a connection of the body and the mind, because even though we see it with our eyes, and that's connection to our body, connection to our five senses, but it's connected. It's a full connection between our body and our mind, because we process whatever we see. We must process. We must react. And that's the idea, okay? So this is a mind, okay? Again, leave some space. We're going to add more words. I'm going to give you more explanation after we add here the fourth level. Okay, and there comes the fourth level. This is the outer level. Okay. Outer level, actually, let me go through the third level. Go over the circle. Whenever you draw the circle, kind of go over it again. Okay, make it kind of more like bolder, more concrete, okay? And now we have the higher circle, the biggest circle. Notice it's the biggest circle in your paper, right? Remember we just said about visualization. Whatever you visualize, whatever the visual representation occurs on your paper, it's kind of the way it's going to kind of reflect within your mind, within your imagination. Yeah, I lost my voice, I think. Yeah, I can feel it. I can. I don't have a scratchy, but for some reason I talk and I feel like I'm struggling. You can probably hear my scratchy voice, okay? And look, if you have something like this, you have a line that's off, you can just turn it into a neural line and just connect it here, okay? Okay, like this, okay? Interesting. This world, of course, though most of you probably understand, this is about a soul. It's about spirit. It's about a representation of a higher power, higher authority within your life, right? For me, this is God. I'm a religious person. I believe in God. For those of you who don't necessarily have God as a source of higher authority, you can write universe, right? I know a lot of times people, instead of the word God, they use the word universe. That's acceptable. Okay, you can write the word universe, actually, you know, because it is representation of the universe. In the Kabbalistic term, we're connected. This world is called Atzilut. I have a whole course called the Neurosefirot, okay, where I explain all of this word in details. I explain each Sefirah that's connected with each world. I actually even have open videos where I explain a lot of things. You're welcome to watch it. It's called Neurosefirot. Sefirot is the Kabbalistic explanation of how the world works, okay? And I have a closed course where we do the drawing. Each Sefirah is connected with a certain algorithm and understanding how to reach something, okay? But this is it. This is the four world. This is the four levels we go through to reach, to bring any idea to ourselves, to reach any goal. Okay? The reality is always in the center. We're always here. We're in the reality. But we must always connect. Whatever we want, we must connect to it emotionally. How do I feel about it? You must always ask, how do I feel about it? What do I feel about it? What is my emotion about it? We must connect to it through thought, through mind. What do I think about it? Do I really want this? Is that really my goal, or do I think this is my goal? Or is it because somebody told me this is my goal? And of course, we have the soul. Is this my true value? On the soul level, we connect to our values because our values are beyond our emotions or our logical understanding. It's about our soul. It's about the soul mission, about why we are here on this world. What is my mission? Okay. Those of you who took the goals and values course, remember we did this in details. We figured out what our values is and connected it to the goals. But I want to give you a different explanation here, okay? There's an interesting explanation here where we talk about the ideas. There's four worlds. This world we call the reality, and that's what I wrote reality here, right? This world is a probable world, okay? I'm going to explain all of this term. Just write it down for now. This world is a possible world. This world is impossible world, okay? I'm going to explain to you why we gave more terms to the four worlds, okay? Outside of the four world, there's something else. There's actually a fifth world, okay? If you want to understand more, you can watch my video, The 5 Levels of the Soul, where I explained that there are 5 levels to the way we see the universe, okay? The fifth level is so high, is way beyond our reach, okay? We cannot reach it even if we are under hypnosis, even when we're dreaming. The highest level we can reach is the fourth world, but there is a fifth world. In the Kabbalistic mystical world, it's called Or Ein Sof. To translate this loosely would be unlimited light. It's much more than just that term, but most people can connect to it. Unlimited light. Okay? It's the reflection of the presence of God. Okay, again, if you don't like the word God, you can use your own metaphor, your own connection to the higher power, but it's the reflection, the idea, the presence of the higher power. Excuse me. Higher power, okay? I call it God. Outside of this world, remember I called it unlimited light. Let's add a color to this world right away. Let's connect to this world. This world is a little beyond our imagination, a little beyond to what we do when we pray, when we meditate. If you do any kind of meditation, praying is a form of meditation. Doing some kind of yoga is a form of meditation. Actual meditation is a form of meditation, right? If you ever did silent retreats, that's a form of meditation, okay? Vipassana, anything you want. Let's add color, anything. I'm going to use pencils, okay? Don't use oil pastels or water paint because we're going to still add elements to this level. But I want you to give some representation. Unlimited light. What color would you say it is? What color is it represented to you? To me, of course, it's yellow. Okay. To me, when I use the word color, it's either pearlescent white, right? But I can't put that on the paper. So I'm kind of going to use the color yellow to give it some kind of emotional representation. This yellow. Okay. Just a little color. I don't know if you can see it on my video. Sometimes color, no, is not as true, but I am adding yellow color. Choose the color of your choice, guys. Don't worry about it. It doesn't have to be the same as mine. You can do the same as mine. You don't have to, you're artist. I'm going to say exactly what Pavel says. You are artist. You're free to choose whatever color you want. Bring your own representation into this drawing. Okay. Once I added color, I start connecting it. And this is the idea of what a miracle is. A miracle, and this is now, I'm going to start connecting more, explaining more about this new words that I added to each level. A miracle by idea is something that already exists in your reality, but you cannot see it. It is hidden from your view. It is hidden from your vision. Remember, I mentioned the word vision. Vision is something you see in a realistic level from a body point of view. And vision is something also your mind can process. So sometimes you cannot see something on a physical level. Sometimes you cannot understand something on an emotional level. You can't process it. So it's not open to you. The idea or even an object, does it ever happen to you? That happens to me a few times, right? You looking for something and you're like, I know I saw it somewhere, and you're looking around, you're going around looking for it. And then you come back and you're like, oh, right here, it's right here on the table. How did I not see it? Because for whatever reason, emotional or mental, you are not ready to process that object or that idea. So it's hidden from you. Miracle or miracles are ideas or possibilities. I'm going to use that word, possibilities, that do exist in your world, but you are not ready to process it. You are not ready to implement it in your reality. So I'm going to show you ways to bring miracles, to bring anything you want, any idea, any goal into your life. Okay. The way it usually works is any idea we have in the reality, we think, okay, this is realistic. But if we go outside of the reality, right? I'm going to use a financial example. That's the best example to use in here. Okay, guys? The best example, let's say, I'm going to give you the best example is like when people come to me for any financial goal, they say their favorite word is always, I want to be a millionaire. By the way, nowadays it should change to billionaire with inflation, okay? But we're going to use the word millionaire. Okay. So I'm going to say, okay, you want to be a millionaire, but how much money are you making now? And they're like, I don't know, $5,000, $10,000 a month. Okay. Let's be nice here. Okay. $10,000 a month. Okay, guys, a millionaire is this amount. Look, this is 10,000 and the millionaire number is this. This is 10,000. This is 100,000. And this is a millionaire. Million. Okay. Yeah. Okay, notice the difference in circles, okay? 4 circles here and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 circles. Okay, you're kind of off by 2 circles. Okay, so you can't just jump and become a millionaire overnight or even within 1 month or even 1 year. It takes longer. So most people, when I tell them, okay, you are here in reality with 1,000 or 5,000 or 10,000 a month, where do you see your millionaire? Where do you see your goal? And most people, they kind of put the millionaire circle somewhere over here, outside the realm of possibilities over here. This is not our world. This is the world of the universe, okay? This is outside. But the 4 worlds that we have that we can connect to, that we can learn to process, are these 4 worlds. I want you to do this now. Look at your goal. Okay, actually look at your goal. Breathing in and out. Don't think too much. Breathing in and out. Just put your goal anywhere on your drawing. Right, yes, I remember we put it in the middle, but now I want you to do a diagnostic drawing. Don't think too much. If you think too much, you're gonna kind of ruin it. It's not gonna be true diagnostics, okay? Like this. Look at your goal and right away remove the paper and draw it anywhere. Where is your goal? Okay, look, my goal is over here. Do it quickly, no thinking. That's a true way to do it, okay? Okay. This is where your goal, where you are in relation to your goal right now. Start assessing. What's going on here? Where are we? Where are you? Start paying attention. Which circle are you in? Which level are you in? Are you on the level of the reality? Is your goal toward the reality? If you put the circle here, that means you're very close to bringing your goal into realization. You probably worked on this goal for quite some time. If you put the circle somewhere in the emotional circle, right, in the emotional world, that means you have been processing this idea, you already connected to it, but it's not implemented in your life yet. And if you have it similar to me, right, where you put it in the mental world, in the mental representation of who you are, that means you're still figuring it out. You're still trying to understand, how will this world connect to me? How will this world benefit you? How will this goal work for you? Remember what we talked about last week? I mean, on Thursday, last few days ago? We have a fantasy and we have a dream. Fantasy is an idea that's totally removed from you. That's here. If you have a circle right here on the 4th level, that means it's still in a fantasy level. You're thinking about it as something is fantasy. Remember, fantasy is not necessarily realistic. You can fantasize about anything you want. You can fantasize about being a president, by being a celebrity. You can fantasize about being a billionaire. That means absolutely nothing in reality. You wake up, we're going to call it that the way it is, right? And then, but voila, you must be in the reality. Okay, in the reality, you're not a billionaire. You're not a celebrity. Maybe you are. I'm just giving an example. You're not a president of any country or a prime minister or whatever it is, you know? You haven't reached your goal. If you would have reached your goal, you wouldn't put it as a goal, right? And that's the idea. Start understanding. I start noticing, by the way, most of the time, you will have it the way I have it. It's on the verge. It's in the middle of 2 levels. So I can notice mine is in the level of my imagination, the soul, and my mind. I started processing it on some mental level, but it's not fully, look, it didn't even enter my emotional level. And that's what I'm starting to understand. The way I see my financial level is something I'm thinking like, I don't know if it's even possible. I don't fully believe in it in a realistic way. I didn't even process about how my financial, right? Remember I gave this example that I want to be a billionaire. That's not my goal, by the way. I have a specific goal, but but it's similar to it, because if I want to be a billionaire, the circle would be probably, look, you can even try it like this. Look, I'm going to say a goal. I'm not going to draw it, but I'm going to put my finger on it. Breathing in and out. I want to be a billionaire. Look where I put my finger. Look what I'm drawing a circle with my finger. That's how you can try out any goal, guys. You can use this as a diagnostic circle, okay, as a diagnostic world, okay? Where are you now? I'm going to give you example of my goal that would be, let's say, something more realistic. Creating a new course. I have a new course that I'm creating, okay? The happiness course that I want to bring in January. Where am I now? Look at this. This is where I am now. Notice. I'm very close to reality. It's between my emotional and the realistic world. Okay, guys? I want to buy yearly pass and fun pass to SeaWorld. Where am I now? I'm here. You guys notice what's happening? This is a great diagnostic board, okay? And this is the way to start understanding, where are you now and where do you want to be? Remember, your goal is to be here. You want to make sure you bring your goal to realization. But you start accessing, how do I go through the levels? And the levels, again, watch the other 2 videos I have where I explain much more about the terms. In the beginning, we have a reality. If it's something outside of reality, we call it probability. Probability is something that's possible in our reality, but it's not, we're not there yet, okay? There is a probability if you, again, example of money. If you earn $1,000, there's a probability of you earning $2,000. It's a possibility. You work harder, you make, you bring more force, you bring more kind of action, and then it's probable for you, probable. It's within the realm of possibility. I'm sorry, within the realm of reality, okay? Then what if I ask you, if you're making $1,000, what is the possibility of you making $10,000? That's already a possibility. Possibility is less of a chance than a probability. Probability is more realistic. Then there is possibility. Possibility is like, I can earn $10,000 even though now I'm earning $1,000, but I have to work a lot. I have to make a lot. I have to work hard. I have to kind of apply more for it. Give me a second, everybody. Come in. I'm in session. What's the question? What tape? I don't know. Which kind of tape do you need? I don't know if I don't have tape. No, it doesn't work. I need this picture. Bring it back to me. Close the door. Sorry. And that's the idea, right? That you have probability and then possibility is like, it's possible, but you're going to think twice or 3 or 10 times about doing this because it takes more time from you. It takes more attention from you. It requires more power on a mental level, on an emotional level, and on a physical level. And this is where you think, am I ready for this kind of commitment? Okay? When you want something that's 2 steps away, right? 2 levels ahead, you have to think hard. You have to prepare yourself mentally for sure, then emotionally, then physically. And then we have a level, if I say, okay, if you're making $1,000 a month now, $2,000 is a probability, $10,000 is a possibility. If you work hard, maybe within the next, it cannot possibly happen one day, cannot possibly even have 1 year. It will take you like a few years to reach the level of $10,000. But if you want to be a millionaire or a billionaire, most people right away will go subconsciously, by the way, will put their finger over here. It's impossible. A mind cannot comprehend. Our body cannot comprehend it. Our mind, our emotions, we cannot comprehend jumping from the bottom of the staircase to the top of the staircase. Can you jump over 10 steps? No. You can jump over maybe 1 step if you're going up, by the way, not if you're going down. If you're going down, we know kids do that. They can jump down over 10 steps, not if you're going up. If you go up, maximum you can jump up is over 1 step. And that will take a lot of training and a lot of, physical endurance from you. But usually to go up, you need to go step by step by step. And the same thing here. Don't try to jump over any levels. When you want to reach your goal, try to see where you are and how do you reach your goal. Why are you here? What is involved? So let's say I have to process things on an emotional level for me, in order for me to bring this goal into the reality. I need to, so the same thing here. If you have a goal that's in the impossible section, start thinking, why do you think of it as an impossible? Start processing it first on the mental level, the level of imagination, dream, how you can take this idea that's over here, being a billionaire, what does it mean to you? Start writing it down every day. Make a habit. Every single day, you're going to write down, what will you do with $1 billion? And if you think it's a joke, I have a lot of friends who say, oh, it's a joke. I can tell you now what I can do with $1 billion. No. You think you know what you can do with $1 billion. But that's not a plan. That's like a fantasy. Maybe something you saw other people do. Maybe even it's a dream. Maybe you said, okay, if I had $1 billion in my life, I would do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. But if you start writing down every day, you would even notice how it changes for you the way you see that amount of money, the way you feel that amount of money, the way you notice it, you will start noticing the environment changing. Okay, and that's a financial goal. Any goal you have, start doing it. Write down, make a habit. If you do it for 1 week, you will see results. If you do it for 21 days, you will definitely substantial results. If you do it for 40 days, it will be a definite, way to reach anything, okay? Write down, what can you do? What does that goal mean to you? How do you see that goal being realized in your life? Okay. And that's how you're going to start processing all the steps, all the levels. You're going to process it on an emotional level. You're going to process it on a mental level. Most importantly, you're going to process it on a soul level. You're going to start understanding how it's connected to your, remember what soul is? Values. You need to learn to actually become aware what your values are. Okay. True values, not the values you think they are. You have some values that are hidden within. You need to figure them out. And then that's how you're going to start processing. Notice, right? It's connected to my soul. I connected it to my values on a certain level, and I connected it to my mental representation on a certain level. But I still have to pass through 2 more levels to reach my goal. Okay. Now, let's start working through the neurographic method to connect all the levels together for us to start understanding. The first thing you can do is, you see where I am now, right here from the center? I'm going to actually start going toward my goal. Okay, because that's truly my goal. My goal is to reach my goal, and that's what I'm going to do on a visual, physical level. Look what I'm doing. Okay, go outside, guys. Touch the Or Ein Sof. Or Ein Sof is the unlimited light. Another way for me to call this would be unlimited energy, unlimited source, okay? Unlimited sources. You can write it in plural because not just one source, but you can write one source. Unlimited source, okay? Let's do it singular. Unlimited energy. If you are into Jungian terms, this is what we call drive, right? Pavel calls this drive in his pyramid of consciousness. If you ever saw my video, if didn't, I'm going to do a new version in a week or two, okay? But this is what we call drive. This is where we get all our energy. This is where the light comes into the world. This is where the sun comes, the energy of the sun comes from this outside. We cannot fully process it on a physical level. So that's why we need to go through different levels to reach it, okay? Start connecting, okay? Look what I did. I'm going to go over this line that I created, the neural line. Start connecting to this unlimited energy. This will give you clarity. It will give you understanding into how do you reach your goal, okay? Now notice what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this line and go in a different direction already, okay? I'm going to connect to the word drive. Start noticing how you're going to connect to certain words, okay? If you want to, you can use the words that were written as a shape. I'm going to create, look, I'm going to create an oval around the word drive, and this will be not just the word, but also also a graphic representation within my mind. Remember what I explained on Wednesday, I believe, all the archetypal representation of shapes. Circle represents comfort, care, love, harmony, balance, okay? Circle represents feminine energy. It represents motherly energy. You know, what does a mother wants to do for her child? Anything and everything. True mother will do anything and everything for her child. She will do what's best for her child. Okay, I said true mother. We're not going to talk about some ideas of certain mothers who have their own issues, and that's why they cannot do the best, right? Because they have their own work. But the true archetype of a mother is somebody who does anything and everything for their child. And this is the energy we're looking for from God, from the universe, right? We're looking to get some energy, some resources that will bring us closer to the realization of our goal, okay? Pay attention, okay? Start connecting to certain words. Start connecting, again, like I said, you can take the words that are significant to you and put it inside the circle. And voila, you create a graphical representation already of what is it that you need to achieve, okay? If you are an advanced student, if you know what triangles represent, if you work with them, if you passed the neurocomposition course and you actually practiced before this drawing using triangles in your drawing, you see how they come out in your life, and you know what they represent, how to set the triangles. You need to write it whenever you bring triangles into the neurographic drawing, you must set an intention. There's a whole process. If you know how to do it, you can see certain words and notice which words represent to you like growth, possibility for growth, which is what triangle represents, okay? If you don't know how to use triangles, please don't use it, because triangle also represents conflict. You don't want to bring conflict in your goal, okay? Again, the energy of triangle is something we don't take lightly, okay? I'll be honest with you, I'm going to only use circles at this point today. Okay, which word or which direction do I want to go? Start understanding. Do you want to draw the neural line, or do you want to bring out certain words? Okay, connect to certain words. I'm going to go through the power of the neural line. Okay, I'm going to see where the neural line takes me, where it wants to go. Okay, and I go toward the words presence of higher power, presence of God, universe. Okay, I connect it to the words universe and words presence. And look what I'm going to do. Going backward, I'm going to go from the outer world to the inner world, okay? Again, if you watch the other videos, and those of you who did watch the other videos, you can attest to that. I explained the same concept in a completely different way, okay? In a different perspective. Remember, it's all about perspective. You can take any idea, and there are at least 5 or 6 or 7 or even 10 ways to explain any idea, to show how to reach any idea, how to explain any idea in 10 ways. We call that perspective, okay? Today I gave a different perspective to how to reach your goal through the 4 worlds, through the 4 Kabbalistic world, through the 4 parts of who you are as a human being. Remember, as human beings, we all process life in these 4 ways: body, emotions, mind, and soul. Okay? And that's the idea. Start adding, start noticing, where does your neural line want to go? Which connection, which direction? Okay? And I start noticing as I'm going this way, I hit the world, the names of the worlds, right? In its original, Asiya, Yetzirah, Bria, right? And then I see the word unlimited energy. And I'm going to accept it in my life, because I'm going to go the other direction, from the outer to the inner circle, okay? I'm going to accept, I'm going to bring the unlimited energy into my reality. Breathing in and breathing out. As you do this, remember to do, those of you who know how to do the reflection process, was an important part of processing this method, right? Do it, please. Okay, I'm going to guide you once. That's not going to be my main focus here, because that's not what today's drawing about, right? Those of you who don't know, I will be making an open session where I explain what the reflection process is. For now, I'm just going to guide you, okay? As you adding neural lines and as you are doing the rounding, remember, you add 1 line, then you're going to go through the line, okay? Kind of back inside the inner circle, okay? Breathing in and breathing out, connect to your body, and notice what is the body part that reflects the most. What is the body part that kind of talking to you? It may be in the form of pain, it may be just in the form of presence, okay? For example, for me, I have a pain in my knee, so I'm going to connect to that pain, okay? Breathing in and breathing out, connect to your emotions. Ask yourself, what am I feeling now? What is my emotion now? Don't analyze, just ask yourself, connect to the, kind of bring that emotion into awareness and go on. Breathing in and breathing out. Connect to your mind. Connect to a certain thought. There is a thought within you that's lingering. Connect to it now. What is that thought? The last part will be connecting to your inside, to your inner self, okay? In order to do that, we're not going to just do breathing once in and out, but 3 times. We'll get into this meditative state. Remember, all this time you continue drawing. Notice what I'm doing. I didn't stop drawing, not even for a second. I do, and that's just something you learn. Don't worry if you're new and you don't know yet how to do that. I promise you, you will learn how to do this. Okay, you will learn to simultaneously do the reflection process and continue your drawing, okay? Breathing in and out 3 times. And then just kind of become quiet. Just listen to yourself. From within yourself, you will hear an insight. It will be in the form of thought. It can be in the form of emotion. It can be in the form of a body, whatever it is, just hear it, okay? Become aware of it. 3 times. Remember, breathing in and out. At this point, if you're like me and you drew a number of neural lines, start noticing what happened to the center of your mandala drawing, of your circular drawing, right? Here, I'm going to show it to you. Look what happened here with me. Look, remember how I said I took my goal and even put a further circle? By the way, notice what happened. We have 5 circles as a result, but look what happened. You end up having a lot of neural lines inside. Look, I can barely see the word, my goal that I wrote, finance. I can barely see it now within. It's interesting. Cannot even fully see it. Okay, I see the word F and I, and some with something N, and then I see the E. I don't see the middle. And this signifies that you added energy. When you add neural lines, you're adding energy to whatever entity you are bringing, okay? In this case, it's my goal. I added so many neural lines that I created a hub of energy here. And this hub of energy is very important because this is a collection of energy that will help me bring action, work in my environment. Remember, body represents environment, my taking actions, understanding, okay? I'm going to start, and you can go further, okay? Create, start noticing. I'm going to look over here. Even the circle of body has a lot of lines. Come in. And it has a lot of circles. It has a lot of energy. Okay. And look, adding more lines. And I'm thinking, do I need to add more lines within circle? And I realized looking around, I actually want to add, and you can go from within here. Look, using this central hub of energy, bring it out, okay? Add more neural lines. Start noticing which level needs more lines, which level needs more energy. Remember, neural lines represent energy. Energy need, that's physical, okay? That's physics, that's kinesthetic energy, okay? In order, what is the law of physics? If you remember from school, right? You may not remember much, but you probably remember this law. I remember this rule, right? Because we would memorize it. In order for any object to move from point A to point B, what do we need? They need force, or they need something we call energy. Force is known as energy. So in order to make any movement, and it's true, you need to actually gather energy. You don't think about it because it happens to you every day. But on an everyday level, right? Imagine yourself, remember the times when you wake up and you have no energy. That happens a lot in the winter, we know, right? We wake up and like, oh, I want to sleep more. You feel like you need more energy. You don't have enough energy to drag your body out of bed, get up and do things. And that's what it's about. It's about this force. And that's the idea. Look, remember my goal is here now. And I'm thinking, I need to bring more energy to this level. I need to fill out more energy here so that my goal have enough force, has enough energy to move from this area to the next. Remember, step by step, don't jump over steps. We take step by step by step. So I want to move this goal into my emotional goal, okay, to my emotional world. I want to move from the soul and the mind, from imagination and dream into the planning goal, okay? And for that, I'm going to add resources. We're going to add resources through circle. Start adding circles. Start thinking, where do I need resource? And the resource, first you put it as a graphical representation, okay? Put it as a circle, but what you can do then is, remember the list that we have, the words that we wrote, the 2-minute words. You can look over here and see any of those words. Do I know what the circle represent? And you may right away say, yes, this circle represents, I don't know, some entity, some idea. But if you don't know, you can look in the list and see, is there any words here that would help me? Some reason the word creativity comes. So I'm going to write the word creativity. Okay. This resource for me, representation of the creativity resource. Now, notice what happens here. This is very important. Okay. A lot of people don't know it, but I always kind of notice it. I give this to all my students whenever I do supervision. If you have a circle and there's no line going into it, what does it mean? It's the same thing as I tell you, look, I'm giving you a lot of money, but it's in my bank account. Is it usable by you? No. You're going to say, well, you need to transfer it to my bank account. And I'm going to say, you're right. But I have no means of doing that. I don't have any connection. I don't have a line, right? Let's create a line to connect to the energy that you brought through the resource, okay? Like this, look. Create to this, draw the line through the resource circle and go over that line. Remember to round out all of the connections that you do here, okay? You don't know how to round out, please comment. Let me know. I don't know how to round out, and I will show you on a separate piece of paper the process. I don't want to do it if you, which I'm assuming most of you here are probably people who know how to do the rounding. You guys are familiar with the method. You probably practice already. You're welcome to do this. Look at this. Voila. Right? Just okay, there you go. Look what happened. Now you have implemented the resource in your life. Okay, if you want to do more, you can do more. Look, I'm going to add more lines here. Okay. Again, go over the line that you just added, the neural line, and round it out. Start connecting, start understanding. Why did you create a neural line going into this direction? What are the words that you are meeting on your way? And I start noticing, right? I'm connecting creativity with the world possible. But then I also hit the word impossible. Look, I actually put it right in the center of the word impossible. And I'm thinking, maybe. And I start, and look, we each are going to have our own reaction to this. But I'm going to give you my reaction because that's what matters to me, okay? What matters to you will be your reaction, okay, guys? I cannot interpret anything for you. This is not tarot cards reading, not that I have anything against, respect. I have friends who are tarot card reading, but this is not, going to the gypsy, and I'm not going to sit down and tell you for you what it means. No, you figure out for yourself what that means. My idea is that maybe I can conquer the impossible through the use of the creativity. Maybe I can connect to the word unlimited. And that's how I go conquer the word, the idea, the fear that I have within me that something is impossible. Okay, do you guys notice the way I just, and that's my personal, but you guys may have your own reaction and interpretation of what's happening on your paper. And yeah, remember, I can't see your paper, you can see mine, but if you do want a personal way of me guiding you, you're welcome to come to me for a personal coaching session. I'm going to actually include that on my website now. If you want a personal, I have people asking me for personal teaching, right? They don't want to just watch videos. They want me to personally explain it to them. And I do that. I can give you your personal learning, okay? If you're the kind of person who wants me to come and we're going to set up time and I'm going to personally explain to you all the concepts and all, any course I have offer, I can teach it to you personally. Okay, that's a possibility. You're welcome to contact me. And we can set up the time, we can sign the agreement and do that. Okay. Yeah, look at this. Now the word impossible is not so scary to me. It's not so limiting to me. I understand that there are many ways. And I just realized I want to add another resource, and I feel there's a resource here. Okay, look what I'm doing first. First, I'm trying it out with my fingers, making sure my body is okay with it, making sure I'm ready for it on a physical level. Don't add anything where if you do it with your finger, your body is going to be like, don't do it. Listen to your body, listen to listen to yourself, respect your body, respect your intuition, follow along, hear what your intuition is telling you. If your intuition is saying don't do it, that means you're not ready for it yet. Hi, Denise. So nice. Thank you for that heart. So nice to see you here. Okay. Yeah. And I'm going to add a circle here, right here, like this right now. Voila. Breathing in and breathing out every time you add a resource, every time you add a neuroline. Okay. And you can ask yourself, what does this mean to me? What is this circle? You may hear the answer right away, or you may not, and that's okay. Remember, some circles are what? We call them presents. We call them gifts. And now, remember, this is the season of presents, right? We get many holidays, everything. All the holidays involve presents, right? Hanukkah, Christmas, they all are about what? Presents, gifts, receiving something from others. And it's not just about receiving, but it's also about accepting, right? And as I said that, I realized this circle is acceptance. Okay, and I'm going to write that. To me, it's very important. You can write the words inside the circle. You can write it on a separate piece of paper. Write the words down, guys. Have a visual connection to the mental representation of what that word means. What does the word acceptance means? It has a certain connection to it, okay? It has a certain mental archetypal representation within your mind. Connect to it. Even if you don't sit down and analyze it, which was what I would do. If I would be a coach who's guiding you, I would ask you, what does that word mean to you? How do you connect to that word? Why do you think that word is here for example, for me, in the middle of connecting? Notice what it did. It connected the level of the soul, the level of the word values, with the level of the mind. And notice what happened. It connected with the third level, the level of emotions, the probability, the possibility, the acceptance. I'm learning to accept myself, and I'm learning to accept certain ideas, certain levels, certain goals into my life. It's getting closer to my reality. You guys notice it? Yeah. And even though I see some lines that are already connected to the circle, I'm going to create new neural line connections with this word. And I notice that I connect to the word energy. This is a very important word. We just talked about it, right? In order to move from point A to point B, you need energy. And remember what else we learned in physics or in science. In order for us, the greater the distance, the higher is the energy or the force that we need to exert. Meaning, if you need to jump over one step on a staircase or walk up one staircase step, right? Remember, you have to, you make a little effort and you can go up one step. But if you ever want to go up to 2, 3, 4, a flight of stairs, remember what happens, right? If we go a flight of stairs, we go like this because it took a lot of effort, a lot of energy, a lot of force. We had to breathe more often. We had to exert more force, right? One of my favorite movies, remember Jack Nicholson and Diane Keaton? Well, something's gotta give, right? I haven't watched it for a long time. I used to watch it all the time. You remember where he had like a heart attack, and even though it wasn't like a real heart attack, they said that, and that he had actually a real heart attack, and his doctor was telling him, you need to learn to go up the flight of stairs, right? And he would try to do it every day. He would walk on the beach and he would try to go a flight of stairs, right? And he would try to, oh, okay, now I see a question. Carol, how do you round out? Okay, here. I'll show you, okay? In order to round anything out, here, I'm gonna show you on a piece of paper. Okay, whenever the two lines intersect, okay, whenever we either draw the circle, right? Let's say you drew a circle, and then you put a neural line through it, and then you put another neural line through it, okay? Wherever they intersect, we have created something we call angles. And as I mentioned earlier, angles represent triangles, and triangles represent conflicts. We don't want any ideas to come in our life in the form of conflict. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring the effect of the rounding. We're going to go over the line and connect to the nearby line like this. Look, we're going to close up. We're going to create a visual feeling, F-I-L-L, as in not feeling as an emotional feeling, but feeling as in fill something up, F-I-L-L in English. We fill up this triangular, this angles that we created. We feel it up, and I will make a separate video where I explain why. But basically, when we do this, it's a representation of a circle, which is harmony, balance, and love, acceptance, okay? Did you notice how I did it? Whenever you have a angle, you first create a curve like this, connecting those two lines, and then you fill up that curve. Look, the inner part of that curve needs to be filled up fully. So visually, your eyes and then your mind connect to the circular, the curve, okay? This is a unique creation by Pavel Piskaryov, okay? This specific part of NeuroGraphica is what makes this NeuroGraphica. Okay, let's use that word, a miraculous method, okay? A method that works, okay? See over here, what I would do is go over the line and then add a curvaceous like line over here. Create a curve and fill it out. In the NeuroGraphica drawing, or even neuro art, this is how people make neuro art. You can take any art and create it into turn it into neuro art, where all the lines that you have that are intersecting, you add a rounding effect and you added a healing aspect to your drawing at this point, okay? This is a healing aspect. Every time we add the rounding effect, we add harmony, balance, comfort, care, love. We add everything I listed 2 days ago, 3 days ago, when I talked about that circle archetype, okay? Whenever you want to bring comfort, care, love, you create the circle effect. You bring the rounding effect, okay? I'm adding more resources here. I'm adding a resource here. Look, I start noticing, voila. Notice what happened. Look what's happening. Look at this circle. Now, and did you notice first I did it with my finger, make sure I'm ready for this. And now, Carol, I hope you got this. Okay, I hope you got my answer about the rounding effect. Look at this. I brought the circle here, and I'm gonna go over the line of the circle, round out all the intersection it created with all the other lines that already exist in the drawing, okay? And I'm doing breathing in and out, guys. Remember to always do breathing in and out whenever you add a new element to your drawing. When you do breathing in and out, you're processing on the reality level, on the body level. Your body is how you deal in the reality. Look at this. Allah, look at this beautiful thing. Allah. Mm. Look at this, I'm rounding everything out. And very soon, as soon as I finish rounding out this big circle, when I round it out, guys, this is also a way for me to process bringing such a big circle into my drawing. And remember, drawing is about seeing something visually, processing, and then allowing whatever this circle or this resource represents to come into your life realistically. When you do this through the NeuroGraphic method, this is the best part. It's processing, it's allowing something, some resource to come into your life in the best possible way. And I'm looking, and you can notice this with me. What does this circle encompass? It went through the soul level, right? The representation of the soul of God, went through the representation of my mind, the mental processing, the representation of my emotional processing. It went through my body representation, it actually went right in the center of my inner small circle that was my goal. Okay. And now I'm looking at it, but this circle looks a bit empty. So I'm going to add, it has lines, but I want to add more lines. I want to fill it up with lines. Okay. And I'm going to pay attention to which words the line intersecting, right? And I notice the word spirit. And, again, if I would do my own coaching session, I would ask myself, what does the word spirit represent to me? How is it connected to my goal? How is it connected to the other levels of who I am? What do I think about that word? What are my thoughts, right? Processing that. What are my emotions, right? And of course, what is my body sensation, my body reaction, okay? And I'm asking myself, what is this big circle? Do I know the name for this resource? It's some kind of resource, but what is this resource? Do I have the name for it? And no, I don't have the name for it. The name for it, I realize, is the word miracle comes to my mind, and that's what I'm going to do. This resource is a miracle. Again, remember what a miracle is, right? A miracle is something that kind of exists in our we are given by God, by universe, this, whatever we're looking for. But because we're not ready, we didn't process it yet on a mental or emotional level, we cannot possibly see it on a physical level. Okay? You need to be ready. Miracles come to those who are ready to receive it, right? And we can talk about some word, right? Maybe that's what it is. I just realized the word miracle change into the world. And I think some of you will recognize that word. That word is faith. Okay? We see miracles when we believe in it. Okay? I'm gonna write this in Hebrew. Emunah. Okay, those of you who know Hebrew, this is emunah, right? Belief. If you believe in something, that's step 2, start seeing revealed miracles, okay? Revealed blessings in your life. Blessings being revealed to you, that's a miracle, okay? Start thinking, what else would you like to add? And I'm thinking, sometimes there will come a time and you can ask yourself, do you want to add more shapes or lines, or do you want to add color? I am ready to add color now, so I'm inviting you to add color now, okay? Again, my highly suggestion would be using pencils. Simply because pencils are very easy. If you use pencils, you can easily add more lines and shapes with a marker. Definitely don't use oil pastels, don't use water. I don't like so much to use highlighters because then when you try to go over the the marker with the marker over the highlighter. Sometimes this paper is actually good. It's a thick paper, but sometimes the paper rips, and I don't want that happening, okay? So I'm trying to think, look, I grabbed green color. What color, which resource do I want to make green? And I'm gonna go with my intuition at this point, okay? I'm making the word acceptance, the resource of acceptance is green. The resource of creativity is kind of purple to me, okay? Just adding color. If you add color, it gives further processing on the level of the emotional word. Color is a representation of the emotional word, okay? So if you want to process things on the emotional level, start adding color. What else? I don't remember what, this is my goal. And this represented my, where I am now, okay? This is gonna be blue. And I'm thinking what color I should make this big circle. I'm not ready yet. I don't know what it is, but I'm not ready to add color to it yet. Over here, this circle would be orange. And the bigger circle will be, this will be blue, okay? I'm not sure yet, I'm not ready to add the color to the big circle because I don't know yet. I'm still like figuring it out. I wrote the word face. Okay, now I know. Once I read the word face, right away I connected the color. Of course, it's going to be yellow. It's a light. It's unlimited light. It's energy. It's a connection to unlimited energy for me, okay? Remember, I'm adding color. That's why I said do it with a pencil because later you can change. When you add it with a pencil, the pencil is like a very soft medium, right? Because you can change it easily. I can easily change this color later if I want to change it to this resource, which I feel is kind of changeable resource. It's faith now, but I feel like it's something else. I don't know. Intuitively, I feel like it's something else. It's not just faith. There's something more here. Okay. But I added color and now I'm ready to add more resources to my drawing. And again, I can ask myself a question. Do I want to add more resources? If I want to, if I'm ready, you can even ask yourself, are you ready to add field lines? Okay, field lines are thick lines that connect you. Remember, this is a mandalular drawing, so we're going to add field lines from the center out, okay, or from outer to the center, because our goal is in the center. But I'm asking myself, am I ready for the field lines, or do I want to add another shape? And I realize I need. There is a resource here that I've been feeling. Again, remember, the way we bring resources is similar to the idea of a miracle. It exists already in my drawing, but I wasn't sure yet to bring it out. Now that I'm ready to see that resource that kind of exists in the possibility emanation. But now I'm ready to actually show it to myself physically, okay? The same ideas with a miracle. Miracles are about, are you ready to see it openly in your life, okay? Breathing in and out. What do you notice about the circle of mine, guys? I noticed right away something about this circle, right? First of all, I put the word possible inside, and it kind of, notice what happened. It erased the letters I and M, and the word impossible now became also possible, right? So that's a good thing. But what else do you guys notice? Excellent. What else do you notice? Do you notice, like me, that there is no line in here? I didn't connect to any line. There's a little line over here on the border, but there's no line in the center. And this is an opportunity for me to create new lines, breathing in and out. Okay. And I start noticing. Voila. There you go. Possibility of, adding new lines to my drawing and also connecting to the new resource. What is this resource? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I don't know the name for this resource. This resource might be exactly what it says, possibility. It's a great resource. It's a possibility. It's a resource of connection. I can look at my list, the 2-minute list that I made. I can see if there is a resource. Maybe while I was doing brainstorm, it's this resource. Okay, and I just, one word caught my attention. I'm trying to think if that's it. It's a resource. Oh, okay. I think if I want to make it this resource or it's something else. Let me actually ask myself. I want to look for a certain resource. I want to see where it is on my in my drawing, in my world. Remember, this drawing represents what the way I see my world now. So where would this word be? It's here. Okay, I want to bring that word in my drawing. You can do that. You can take a certain word from your list and actually bring it into your drawing. Remember to do it with your finger first. Make sure you're ready. Make sure your body is ready for it. Make sure your drawing is ready for it. Okay, work with your intuition. Okay, this is a resource I'm looking for. Mhm. Okay. And what else do I want? Yeah, I want another one too. Okay, let's do this. It's right here. Okay, I'm adding more circles, more resources. And this is a specific resource that I'm actually looking. I did the opposite. Remember, usually I would put a circle and then think with this resource. You can do the opposite. You can say, I want a resource, and the resource can be something specific and tangible object or an idea um, that's connected to your goal. And you can ask, where in my drawing is this resource? Is this idea or is this object or this thing is, okay? Again, it can be a specific object or it can be an idea. Okay, the time is 12:35, just FYI. Probably gonna finish around 1 o'clock, okay, guys? Try not to go over 2 o'clock. I know it's Sunday and we all have stuff to do, right? Maybe shopping for presents or spending time with your family, right? Whatever it is. Voila. Those of you who, for whatever reason, cannot see this on Instagram or something else. First of all, I'm live on YouTube now, and of course, afterward, the video will stay as part of the YouTube video. Okay. So you are welcome to watch this video in recording. It will stay, will be open. I'm not closing it. So you can revisit. You can, if you want to hear certain things again, if you need to kind of redo the drawing, you can do this drawing with any idea, any goal. Okay. This is a great algorithm to work with any goal. Now, the next question I'm going to ask myself, I already have like a number of lines in both of the circles. I'm going to add maybe one more fresh line, right? But I definitely, I feel like I need to add color. And that's an important part for me. Adding color to both of this, filling it up on an emotional level. Okay. Let's ask myself, what is the color? Okay, this one is pink. When I do the coloring, I always do it, you can see it, I do it fast. I know some people like to take their time and color each shape separately. I don't do that. I do it fast. During the stylization step, which is step number 7 in the 8 steps, is when I work with color more, combining and balancing and working, integrating the colors together. For now, my job is to process each section separately, okay? And look, I took this color is for this, yeah. Maybe it's, I don't know. Actually, I realize I want this blue. This is seal, so I'm gonna make it blue. Make it blue, but I'm gonna make, I know, right? I took this color to color brown to bring it to the earthy level, to make it realistic, right? Color brown represents earth. It represents reality. Earth is about reality. Now one more circle here I need to color. I'm trying to think what color I want. That. Red, I wonder. How are you doing, guys? Welcome to Write to Me. How are you doing? How is your drawing going? Where are you? Did you add the field lines yet? I'm gonna actually add the field lines now. I'm ready. I feel like I'm ready for the field lines. So here I want to add, I know what color I want this. For the color I want to. And you can combine two colors, of course. You can create different colors by combining 2 or 3 colors together. Different, like, you know, depths for your drawing. Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna actually do this later on. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Did you add? I'm gonna do field lines. I'm ready for field lines. I might add more. I feel like I need another circle here. I'm ready to add an interesting circle here. Wow, look at this. This circle went beyond. And this signifies my readiness to go beyond the 4 worlds, to go beyond, to connect to the unlimited, you know, to kind of connect to the outer part of my soul. Okay, there is a 5th level, but most of us, we don't have much connection. So NeuroGraphic is a great way to connect to the part of you that you wouldn't have any other way of connecting, you know, even through like something like hypnosis. Okay. Hypnosis is a very effective, very strong technique, but even hypnosis cannot take you to certain areas that subconscious or your soul, right? Because soul is really what we call subconscious. It's something beyond your conscious, beyond your representation of your mind, okay? Breathing in and breathing out, that's why I started talking slowly. I feel like this resource, I need to process it. So that's a lot. Sometimes if you feel like it, do it, guys, okay? Breathing in and breathing out, the way to process any resource, okay? And I need to, the way I'm gonna add this resource is from this side. Voila. Ooh, interesting ideas are coming into my mind. Thoughts are like, wow, this resource is really amazing. Thank God. Thank you, God, for this. This resource, yeah, I know what this resource is. As soon as I said thank God, this resource is prayer, gratitude. Okay. Don't ever underestimate the resource of gratitude, the resource of prayer, meditation. What is prayer? Prayer is gratitude, saying gratitude to God, acknowledging God, awareness of God, right? That's what prayer really is. And once you do this, you start seeing so many blessings, so many open miracles in your life. Okay. I'm gonna connect more lines. Remember, the more lines you have, the more energy that resource will cover and bring into your existence. And remember, we talked about, remember, this is a science class now, right? We talked about physics. You know, the greater the distance, the more energy, the more force you require to make the movement. Okay, and remember, life is all about movement, right? The whole life is all about movement. We go into one direction and another. We look one way or the other. Which way do we turn? Which way do we walk? Which way do we go? Okay. And I think I'm ready for field lines, but I got more circles coming in. And you're going to feel this way, okay? You're going to see more circles coming in your life, okay? Breathing in and breathing out. I'm sorry, I'm not as talkative now because now I'm more about processing. Now I'm more about like this meditative just allowing the resource to settle in, to be processed, to be in. Okay. And notice if I don't put a color here, that circle will kind of get lost. It will be kind of dissolved into all of the amount of circles here. So I don't want that to happen. I'm gonna use a color. I'm gonna color it out, okay? Let's color out this circle like this. Look, I'm telling you, I'm looking at it, and unless I focus, I can't see the circle. So, and this is the circle of prayer, but I don't know what this circle is, and I don't want to lose it. I definitely don't want to lose it. Definitely want to make sure that it is valid. Stays in my life, and I'm gonna add color to it. That's how I bring it out in my life. Okay, and look, I added a nice orange color. And I realized as soon as I colored orange that it's the same color as my goal right here. Look, it's like an extension of the smaller circle, okay? That means my goal is coming true. Voila. And now I'm thinking what color I'm gonna make this. This is prayer. I'm gonna make it. Okay, this is coming out. Okay. Continue working on your list. If you're ready to bring in the field lines, you do it. I am not ready. I want to, but I'm not ready. Like if I try to do it, it doesn't come. I need to add more circles, and that's what I'm doing. But if you are ready, you can add field lines, you can add in a fixing shape. But again, listen to your intuition, listen to yourself. Remember, the more resources you have, the better it is. Resources are like presents, right? Do you set a limit? Do you say, okay, it's my birthday or it's, holiday time. I only want 5 or 6 or 2 or 1 present. No, you want as many presents as you want, right? If you're a Harry Potter fan, right? Remember how Dudley would make a list of presents and he would number it, right? He would say, it's only 36 presents this year. What happened last year was 35. How come you only went one up, right? And it was like funny, but it's to me, it was like, whoa, good for him. He's like, he is open to a large number. How many of us get 36 presents, guys? Okay. Something we need to allow ourselves, okay? But yeah, there you go. Add more circles that represent presence, possibilities, energy, the more, the better. Remember that. Voila. Any more? And add color. Remember, processing on a different level is color. More color. Okay. I know everybody's busy drawing, but you're welcome to comment something. Let me know how you are doing. Oh, thank you. Thanks. Thank you, Alessia. Thank you, Marcel from France. Oh, beautiful, Alessia. Yeah, please do share with us. Have a nice dinner. So happy. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Those of you on YouTube, let me know also how is your drawing going. Are you ready? Now I'm ready now. I cannot wait. I'm anticipating the field lines. Okay. Remember, field lines 4. We're going to treat this as a mandala drawing. Field lines go either from center out or let's do this, okay? One line will be from the center out. And then when I go over the line, because remember, field lines are going to be neural lines that are extremely thick, okay? They're like electricity cables, okay? Electricity lines that you have around your neighborhood. The more you have, it's like Wi-Fi. The thicker they are, the better, right? Don't you want good Wi-Fi? So make your field lines nice and thick, okay? So when we draw from the center out, They go from center out in all directions. Remember to do it. Don't just do into one direction and that's it. Then the rest of your drawing is empty. You want energy everywhere. So go, you can, when we do mandala drawings, we do field lines, 4 to 5 field lines, okay? 1, 2, okay, this is the second field line. Voila, okay. Voila, okay. You can do 3 too. Look, I can put one more here and then it's 3, but I feel like it's not enough. I need one more. Don't do 3. 3 may not be enough. I would say do 4. Sometimes if you have a bigger even paper, you can do even 5, okay? This, by the way, this algorithm is great on big formats, okay? Don't use anything less than A4. It's too small. I would even say ideally A3 would be amazing. I actually was thinking about doing this on A3 and I forgot, okay? I use my drawing pad, which I love using, and my drawing pad is A4. Okay, but doing this on A3 is fantastic. You know why, right? Because the bigger the paper, the more the circles you have, and the bigger the format, the more you the bigger the visualization for you, the better it is. Okay, the more it imprints in your mind, the more you're creating possibilities for it to come into your world. Okay, guys? Voila. What do you think of this? Beautiful, right? I'm actually been thinking I want to put something here. This is what I'm going to do, the 5th line. The 5th line is going to kind of connect to this line of mine, just. Okay. Voila. Okay. Voila. Beautiful. Now, what I'm going to do, remember, don't skip this step. A lot of people do it and then they forget to do the rounding. You added the field lines, implement, integrate. We call this integration. Okay. Integrate the field line within your drawing. Otherwise, it's the example that I always gave you, right? I have the money for you, but it's in my bank account. Is it any use to you? No. Money is only usable to you if it's in your possession. And that means to anything in this life, okay? All the concepts in the world already exist. That's why you want them, because you saw somebody else having it. But the point is you want to have it in your life. So when you draw something, when you do the rounding, you're kind of implementing it in your life, you bring it. When you don't notice the way this line looks and this line looks like a kind of a 3D effect, right? Like one layer on top of the other. You don't want that. You want your goals to be in the same layer as your reality. Okay, you don't want a different dimension. You want your dimension. Bring your goals into your dimensions, make them realistic. Okay. Nice. What else? Let me do this. Breathing in and breathing out. You're doing the rounding, like I said. Add field lines if you're ready. Add in a fixing shape. A fixing shape represents my goal coming true. Where is it? Think about it. At this point in the drawing, you are ready to think about the goal that came true. Notice I'm using the past tense. This goal that you put as a future in the beginning of the drawing, what if I tell you, treat it as if it already came true? Look at it from this perspective, from this point of view. And this is a great part about NeuroGraphic. It's a futuristic drawing, okay? We're kind of, I like to say, it's like a back to the future kind of thing, okay? You're already in the future. Where is your goal? Put it in your drawing. Your goal coming true, it already exists in the drawing. If it exists in this drawing, on this realm of reality, guess what? It will exist in your actual reality. But don't underestimate the idea of taking steps. Always ask yourself, what do I need to do for this goal to be implemented? What are my steps? Okay. Ah, Marceli from Argentina. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So I finished the field lines. Now I'm going to put the fixing shape, and I'm thinking, where will it go? Where is my fixing shape? I'm thinking this is the map. Okay. This drawing represents my life. Remember, I'm jumping into the future, and I'm thinking my dream, this goal that I set for myself came true. Where is it in my life? Where is it in the drawing? And I'm thinking, now, when you do an affixing shape, it can be already the shape that already exists in your drawing, or if you can draw a new shape, it's up to you. Okay. And I'm going to take the thick marker, right? And I'm thinking, where is the affixing shape? Here. Well, right here. Look, I'm taking the line, the circle, and I'm making nice and thick. Do not be afraid to make it nice and thick. The thicker it is, the bolder it is, the more it will be imprinted in your mind. And you want that to be imprinted in your mind. You want your goal coming true in the best possible way, imprinted in your mind. Because this, ready? This is a secret. Don't tell anybody. I'm only telling it to the rest of the world. This is the secret of NeuroGraphica. This is how you make it come true. Okay. And don't forget to go over it with a marker and round it in. Okay. Notice when I'm doing it, I drew the thick marker with a fine level marker, but when I round it, I use my ultra fine. Okay. I use the thinner one because it's more neater to round it this way. Okay, guys. Voila. Okay. And I just had an amazing idea. Okay. I realize what this is. Okay. I'm gonna give myself a note. Okay. Okay. I know what I need to do. Beautiful. Okay. And then you finish up. You need to finish up. I am not finishing up yet because this represents some interesting new idea for me that I need to process this. I just had a new idea of what I'm going to do, a new creation of mine. And I need to process it. Okay. And I had a message from my insight, right, from my soul, that this is a connection to the realization of my goal. Very interesting message I got. Okay. I need to work on it. I'm gonna do probably gonna do a catharsis on it, okay? But for you, I want to finish the drawing for you. I'm gonna tell you what to do. You're done, guys. After this, add color as you find necessary. I'm gonna add more color, right? Do I want to add more yellow here? Okay, probably. I don't know. I'll have to see. No, this is what I'm gonna add color as you find necessary. You already added color to your resources. At this point, add color to the background. Okay, add color. Look, wherever you don't have resources, remember to add color. Okay, look, you can, the way you can add color is color each layer separately. If you want to separate, I highly suggest you separate the layers. Okay, remember the outer layer, the four worlds. Okay, separate the Kabbalistic worlds. Okay, and this, voila, look, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, my idea is what I've been wanting to do for a number of years, and I need to do it. I started doing it and I need to do it. I'm gonna do Bible stories with NeuroGraphic, okay? I'm gonna start using it. And I notice over here, look, I didn't do the rounding fully. Voila. Sometimes it happens, right? I want to do Bible stories, commentaries on the Bible with the use of NeuroGraphic, and not just using the Bible stories as stories, but rather using them as resources, as archetypes for who we are and how we can achieve anything we want in life by connecting the archetypes of the Bible stories. Okay, the specifically the Torah, the Old Testament. This is good for people who are, I'm not gonna advertise this, by the way. This is not gonna be on my page. I don't do that. I try to keep religion separately from my NeuroGraphic open. I have a closed group for this. Okay, if that's something you're interested, you're welcome to message me and I'll add you to that group. I have a closed group where I do this stuff. And I just want to expand on this. Okay. Okay. Color, remember, add color to the background, add color to each world. This is orange. Okay. Oh, breathing in and breathing out. Allow new ideas, new energy, new entities to settle within you, okay? Voila. Orange okay. And this one is green. Okay, voila. Didn't color this circle. I'm gonna leave it now open for now because I need to process it first. And process it, of course, it will be. You guys have that, right? You're looking for a certain color, and you're like, I know it's here, and you're looking all over, and it's like, again, like miracles. Is it ready to reveal itself to you, right? Okay. Okay, like this. Add some color to it after all, but I need to process. Yeah, that I know for sure. Okay. Add more color to it. When you're ready, you can do stylization. We went through all the steps of the neurographic drawing, okay? We did the composition, we did the brainstorming within the composition, we did the rounding, we added integration, we work on the background, right? Like notice your background. By the way, if you want, you can add more neural lines in your background here. Okay, you can add if necessary to implement your idea within the social environment, okay? It's up to you. You can add more lines if you want to. Okay. We added the color, which is step 4.2. We added the field lines, which is step 5. We added the affixing shape, which is step 6. Okay. Do the stylization, which means complete your drawing according to your aesthetic vision and according to your, beauty vision, the way you want to complete this drawing. At this point, the neurographic steps are done. You don't have to worry about it following a certain, rule or something. Just make this the most beautiful drawing you ever saw in this world, okay? That's how you should look at it. Your job is to create, a masterpiece. So just spend your time adding color. You can do it today. You can do it later if you want to. If you want to go do something else, if you're tired or you have other stuff you have to do, you can do it, okay? You can finish this drawing. I would love to see a copy of it. Welcome to email me. Welcome to put on social media. I would love for you to spread this message. Would love for you to talk about it. If you want to say thanks, you can say thanks. You can, if you want to do a donation, you're welcome to do it. I will post it actually under this YouTube video. I'll post my PayPal link if you want to do donation as a way of saying thanks. If you want to say thank you for this session by recommending it to others, I would appreciate you recommending this on social media, saying something nice, something positive about how this drawing was for you. Okay, why you would recommend it to others, why you would recommend me as a teacher. That would be something I appreciate and I accept as an exchange of energy. Okay, I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed today's session. I hope you enjoyed finding out the steps, you know, the algorithm. How do you bring miracles? How do you bring revealed blessings in your life? You know, how do you make something accessible and tangible in your life? Okay. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me on Instagram. I'm going to say adios, goodbye. Thank you. Finish your drawing. I'm going to do it. I'm going to finish it. I'm going to post it. Okay. And I'm looking forward to seeing you next week on Tuesday. This week, actually. Today is Sunday. We start the week. I'm looking forward to seeing you on Tuesday for an open live session. I'm going to talk about the 8 steps of the algorithm, explaining each step in details. Okay. Goodbye and God bless. Enjoy your Sunday, wherever you are.